start warming up if everybody's ready. All right, our usual warm-ups, just marching in place. Oh, let me move this stuff out of the way. You guys keep marching in place. I don't want to trip on anything. Nice and easy to start. Now we'll get our knees up to waist height if you can. I like to have my hands out in front as a target height for me. You can keep your hands at your side though if you're more comfortable like that. It's up to you. And now we're going to bring the knee up and rotate it out to the side. So a little bit of balance here. Nice and slow. Take your time. If you can't quite get up to waist height here, it's okay to be down here. Just open up. Make sure you stay facing forward as best you can. You know, it's kind of hard. Your body wants to turn like that with your leg. Try not to let that happen. Want to rotate the hips here. And back to the front. Couple more high knees. And good. Now we're going to speed it up a little bit. So jogging in place now instead of marching. Jogging in place. And now we're going to go butt kicks. So our knees stay down and heels stay up. If this is too high impact for you, you can go here. Still doing the butt kicks, knees still staying down. So from the side, you can see my knees are still down. I'm not doing this. My knees are down. My heels coming up, trying to kick myself in the butt. Again, if you can go here, this is good. A little higher heart rate. If you can't do that, side to side, a little bit slower. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, shake those legs out. We'll do some huggers here. Loosen up the upper body a little. We're going to start today doing our core exercises. So we're going to start on the floor. Got my mat waiting in the corner over there. All right, now we're going to do some back strokes. So rotate all the way through. Out here to the side.
So you want to stand up and we'll do it? Here, stand up, honey, okay? And we're going to just see what the guy is doing. So let's bring our arm up and rotate like this. Keep this one down. And keep this one down. Keep it, rotate like this, honey. See?
Go straight over the top here. We don't want to here.
So here, keep that one down.
Over the top.
And bring it back. Okay.
2, 1. Good. Shake the arms out.
Shake your arms out.
Do one more warm up. I want to move laterally a little bit here. So what I want you to do, if you have enough space, we're going to go with our high knee, step, step, high knee.
So we do high knee like this and you do this. And then, so let me just come back here.
Just a little bit faster.
So we do high knee and then step, step, like this. High knee and step this way. And then do the other one and go this way. Like he's doing.
Now, if you don't have a ton of space, you can just
do this. So we can just stand and do this.
You don't have enough space.
Okay, this.
A little bit.
Like this, bring this up. Okay, see? I bring it up. You do that? Okay,
Again, if you can, do 2 steps and 2 steps.
and then we'll still continue to do this. So this hand on this knee. So bring this knee up, put this hand here. No, bring this knee up, this. And then the other knee, put the other hand. Okay, like this.
2, 1.
How you doing, Maggie?
Nice job. We should be all warmed up now.
Hey, Ann, could you just mute Willow House because we can't hear Nick? Oh, sorry.
Get our mats out. I'm gonna double mine up. This floor is hard. I want to hurt my foot.
I don't know where he went.
All right. So once our mats are out, we're gonna head down to the floor.
I don't know how to do that.
Backs to start. We're gonna start with bicycles. Something everybody I know knows. Let me fix my camera here. Point it down a little bit. All right. I'll turn sideways to start. So for our bicycles, a couple ways we can do it. We can do it sitting up and pedal. This one's a little bit harder. We can lay back on the elbows and pedal, a little bit easier. And then you can lay all the way down and pedal here. This one is the easiest version. Just because I say it's the easiest, it doesn't mean that it's easy though. Still challenging. So figure out which one works best and go for that one. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, begin. So pedaling that bike. Try to, if you're sitting up, try to stay upright as best you can. You don't wanna be rolled up like this. You wanna keep your chest up and pedaling forward. If you're down on your elbows, similar, you don't want to roll like this. You want your chin off your chest and your chest up towards the ceiling. If you're laying on the floor, you really don't have to worry about any of that. You just lay back, relax your upper body, let your hips and your core do the work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We're going to turn onto our sides here and do our hungry alligators. We're starting with the easier stuff. So on our sides, and our foot goes up. As I always say with this one, keep those toes pointed forward. You want to be pointed out in front of you. You don't want to turn and point up. You don't want that. You want to go straight out in front. Nice and easy. Now this one should be 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down. It could be 1, 2, and 1, 2. As long as it's the same amount of speed up as it is going down. You don't want to come up here and then just do that. We don't want any of that. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Same thing on the other side. Get my clip here out of the way. Same thing on this side. Get that leg up as high as you can, toe pointed forward. Point your toe right at your computer, whatever you happen to be using for your webcam. Point your toe right at that. Again, don't let that foot crash down. We want to control it the whole way. We don't let gravity take it. We bring it down ourselves. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. We're going to give the hips a little break here, and we're going to do some push-ups. So for our push-ups, a couple different ways to do it. Let me move my mat back. So we can do standard push-up. If you can be here, that's awesome. If you can't, what you do, bring your knees down to the floor, go from here. If this is still too tough, bring your knees closer to your hands and go here. Bunch of different ways to make it easier. The closer your knees are to your hands, the easier it gets. The further away, the harder it gets. So find a spot that is tough but doable. Let me grab my timer for this one. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, begin. So do what you can here. Like I said, find the position that works best for you. I can do a bunch on my feet, but I start to get tired. So then I decide, all right, down on my knees and do some here. That's what you should do too. You can do a bunch with your knees all the way out, and then all of a sudden you start to get tired. Bring the knees in closer to your hands. Do a few more here. Almost there. Do as many more as you can. We got 15 more seconds. Being too tired. Do a few more on the knees. 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. Time. Nice job. Shake those arms out if you need to. Some huggers after that one is good. That works your chest. So expand, contract those muscles with some huggers. We're going to get back to our core now. So for this one, we're going to lie down on our backs. So we're lying all the way. It's not on our butts. We're laying all the way back. We're going to do what's called leg climb. So for leg climb, we bend one leg, leave it there. So the foot, you can see my foot's flat on the floor. Our other leg goes up into the air, and exactly what the name implies, we climb, and you reach for that foot. Pull yourself up and reach, and reach. Now you notice I can't reach my toe. I'm not very flexible. So if you can't reach your toe, that's all right. Get up as far as you can. I'm wearing long socks, so I'm reaching for my socks. Or maybe even reach for shoelaces. Whew. I can just barely get my shoelaces. Grab your leg, pull yourself up as far as you can. Get the shoelaces. Now maybe you can't even reach up to the shoelaces. That's all right. I'm getting tired, so I can't anymore. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Now we're going to do that same thing, but the other foot stays on the floor. So now my right foot's on the floor. I bring the other leg up. Same thing. Climbing up. I think this side I might be able to reach. Yep, I can just reach my toe. For some reason, this foot, I can reach a little bit higher. But not for long, because I'm starting to get tired. Ugh. So find a new target. Now I'm going for my shoelaces. I can get the middle of my foot. So find a target and reach for that every time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Should feel that right in your belly, right in the stomach area. All right, we're gonna flip it over. Still working on our core. For this one, these are kind of, basically we're gonna do a plank. Now, there's a few different ways we can do this. If you want, You can go regular plank, holding yourself up on your hands. You can go low plank on your elbows. You can go high knee plank with a toe tap, like this. You can go low knee plank with the toe tap. Or if you go in like this, just make sure your back is flat, toe tap and back, toe tap and back. So find which version works best for you. I gotta wipe some sweat here before we start. Find which version works best for you. 3, 2, 1, begin. So if you're up in this high plank, just hold. Try to stay nice and flat. You want a straight line from the top of your head down to your heels. Same thing if you're down here. Nice and flat. Now, if you're on your knees, your back should still be flat. You just might be at an angle. Instead, you might be a little more pointed down. That's all right. And if you're here, really important for this one, to have a nice flat back. All of them you want to stay nice and flat. This one, most important because you're not quite in that plank position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Nice job. We're almost done with our core. We got one more move. One more move. This one's going to be lower back and glute intensive. So now everybody's going to get in that 4-point stance. What I mean by that is you got 1, 2, 3, and 4 points down on the floor. So flat back, and you're going to kick up towards the ceiling. And then the other leg up towards the ceiling. Back and forth. Now notice my upper body is staying flat. I'm not going like this to reach that foot up. You want to flex the lower back and then glutes and get that leg up towards the ceiling. Now I'm not turning like this. I'm not turning. I'm staying looking at the floor, kicking the heel up towards the ceiling. After this move is done, we get a nice little break. We'll get some water. I need to towel off because I am dripping sweat. So a few more here. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice job. We are done with our core. Grab a little water here. Towel off if you need to. And you can move your mat out of the way. Don't put it away altogether because we will use it later for our stretch. Our cool down and stretch time, we'll use our mats later, but for now, we move them out of the way. We're gonna go to cardio, no, not cardio, we're gonna do cardio last. So we're gonna move to legs next. Gonna be doing some legs. Another minute of a break here. Make sure you get your water or Gatorade or whatever you might have. A little little bit longer here. Oh, you can't even see my face. Move up a little. If I can. Back. There we go. Okay. All right, coming back for our legs here. We're gonna start with side to side lunges. So what that means, you're gonna be facing forward. Yeah, stay back so you can see my feet. Facing forward, you're gonna step out and turn into a lunge and come back. Then the same thing the other way. Step out, turn, lunge, and come back. All right, so you should always end up in the same spot. Step out and lunge, and come back up. Step out and lunge, and back up. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Go at your own pace here. You might go a little slow, especially at the start, to get your balance and get comfortable with the move. Now, if you don't have enough space to be able to go side to side, what you can do, stay standing here, lunge out, step into that lunge, back, step in. So that saves you a little bit of space. But if you can, I'd prefer you to stay in the same spot and just go side to side. Now when we do our lunge, try to make sure your knee stays right over your ankle. We don't want to go way out here in front of the toes. We don't want to be way back here behind the heel. Get over the ankle and back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. First leg move done. All right. Our next one is going to be calf raise squats. So we're going to do a normal squat, so feet about shoulder width apart, squat down, come up, and up onto the toes. So it's a little bit different because at the top, we go up on the toes. Hold for a couple seconds if you can. Sometimes you might lose your balance. And that's okay. It happens to me. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, begin. Squat and up on the toes. Squat and up on the toes. So again, normal squat, up on the toes. Try to hold for 2 seconds. Up on the toes. 1, 2, and down. 1, 2, and down. Stay in control here. Again, if you lose your balance, that's okay. I lose my balance sometimes. Might take a stumble like that. Just come back, reset, and back into the move. Do whatever you want with your hands too. I like to put mine out in front, helps me with my balance. Keeps me on rhythm. If you want, keep your arms right out to your side. Whatever makes you comfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice job. Shake the legs out. Shake them out. Leg move number 2 is done. All right. Next thing we're going to do, wall squats. So if you have a wall to use, I'm going to be here. If you have a wall, head over to it. You're going to sit back against the wall and come down. Don't start yet. I'm just showing the key for this one. I want a 90-degree angle right here. So knee over the ankle, hip and knee lined up. If you need to, you can stay up a little bit higher. I'd rather have you up here than down here. Don't go down too low, then you might get stuck. So up here is okay. I prefer if you can get down here. If not, that's all right. If you don't have a wall, What you can do instead is called chair salutations. Feet come together here. You want your feet right together. And what you do, you squat down like you're going to sit in a chair and arms above the head. That's if you don't have a wall. You can do that one. All right, we will go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Nice deep breaths here. This one, because we're not moving around, it's super easy to breathe in and breathe out nice and deep. Now, if you start to get too tired, you can scoot up a little bit. You can even do this, shake out a little. And when you're ready, back down to that 90-degree angle. Try to make sure your entire back is against that wall. You shouldn't be like this. You don't want to be here. You want your whole back. Make little adjustments if you need to. You got 15 seconds. Almost there. Try to hold if you can. I know this one's tough. 3, 2, 1, and on. Nice work. Shake the legs out here. Shake them out. I'm going to wipe down on the towel a little here. It's actually my sweatshirt. It's not a towel, but it looks pretty nice out, so I don't think I'll need it. All right. We're going to give our upper legs a little break here and go to calf raises. These are pretty simple, but they will challenge you. What we're going to do, don't start yet. Feet shoulder width apart. So right about here, toes pointed forward. We go up, 1, 2, and down. So it's nice and easy. Up, 1, 2, and down. We're going to do 15, and then at 15, we switch to 10 fast ones. So the fast ones are going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10. All right, so it's 15 slow, 10 fast. I'll tell you when to make the switch. So toes pointed forward, feet shoulder width. 3, 2, 1, begin. So up on the toes and back down. Up on the toes and back down. So again, it's 1, 2, and down. 1, 2, and down. Now, if you go a little bit faster, that's okay. If you're a little behind, that's all right too. And that's number 7, I believe. Sometimes I lose count because I talk too much. 8. Up and back down, that's 9. See, this one's nice and easy. We're not moving around too much. Our heart rate starts to slow down a little bit, which is good. Up and back down. 2 more, and then we'll go to fast. The last one, up and down, and now speed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake those legs out. Now, if you notice, when I do my 10 fast, my heels don't go all the way back down to the floor. If you can do that, that's awesome. If you do come all the way down to the floor, that's all right. Just come right back up. I like to keep my heels off the floor because it challenges me. It's a little harder. All right, so more calf raises, but this time, toes pointed out. Now, it doesn't have to be totally sideways like this. About 45-degree angle out to the sides here. And it's the same thing. 15, nice and slow, and then 10 fast. All right, we'll start in 3, 2, 1, begin. 1 and 2, and down. 1 and 2, and down. Some nice deep breaths here. Like I said, this is a slower move. We can kind of let our mind drift a little bit. Don't have to think about too much. Just up on toes, back down. We're at 8. This one's 9. A few more, and then we switch to our fast. Take a nice deep breath. During these slower moves, I like to think about what I'm going to go home and eat for lunch. One more slow, and speed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake those legs out. We got one more set. We've pointed our toes forward. We've pointed them out. Now we're going to point them in towards each other. This one's awkward. It's very uncomfortable. You're probably going to lose your balance. If you need to, use a table or a couch or whatever you might have to help balance yourself. Sometimes I need to do that too. I might need to this time. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Toes pointed in towards each other. 15 slow. 3, 2, 1, and up and back down. The slow is a little bit easier to balance. When you get to the fast, at least for me, that's when I start to struggle. Up and down. Up and down. Now if you feel your feet starting to turn, because they want to, they don't want to be at this weird angle, they want to be facing forward. If you feel your feet start to turn, just reset, fix it, and come back. No problem. Up and back down. I think I lost count here. I think that's about 10. Thinking too much about my lunch that I'm going to have. We'll do 2 more. I just lost my balance there. Last one, and speed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Nice work. Shake your calves out here. I think we got time for one more. Yeah, we'll do one more leg move before we move on to our cardio. Or actually, wait. No, we got time for 2 more leg moves. Perfect. All right, we're going to come back to squats. This time, sumo squats. So our feet get out really wide. Don't go so wide that you're already almost touching the floor, right? You want to be a bit wider than our shoulders. What we're going to do, we're going to come down. Hold on, let me back up a little bit. We're going to come down and then do the sumo walk. So it's a sumo squat and then sumo walk. 3, 4, 4 steps forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 steps back. If you don't have enough space to be able to do that, that's totally fine. What you do instead, in this position, step and step. Step and step. Simple as that if you don't have enough space. All right, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and down and walk. So 4 steps forward if you can, and 4 steps back. I know this one's a little funky. It looks a little ridiculous, it looks kind of silly, but it really works those legs a lot. The key to this one, don't start to stand up, all right? We want our hips to stay at the same height the whole time. We don't want to end up here because then we're not doing anything. We're just walking, right? We want to stay down here. We got 15 more seconds. One more more time. Forward and back for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Shake those legs out. I know that one's kind of ridiculous. It looks a little funny, but you should definitely feel that burning in your legs. It's a good feeling. Well, it doesn't feel good, but it makes you know you're working. All right, so our last move is going to be toe roll iso lunge. Sounds like a lot, but it's not complicated at all. What we do, get out into a lunge. We're going to break a little bit of a rule that I make. We're going to start with our knee behind our heel. Normally we don't do that, but there's a reason. We're doing it for this one. You get down and roll forward. See, now my knee is over the ankle and then roll back. This is the whole move. It's not overly complicated. We're just in a lunge position and rocking forward and back. All right, halfway through, we'll switch to the other side. So start with whatever leg you want. I'm going to stay sideways the whole time for this one so you can see the form. Big keys for this one, don't end up hanging out with your upper body over your front leg. You want to stay nice and upright. 3, 2, 1, begin. So rolling forward and coming back. 30 seconds on each side. Again, don't end up here. Don't hang out up front. We want to stay right in the middle. Almost to the switch. 3, 2, 1, and up, and switch to the other side. Before you start on the other side, let me turn this way. Before you start on the other side, one more thing to think about. It's not here and up, right? We're not going up. We want to stay low, roll forward and back. 3, 2, 1, begin. Forward and back. Forward and back. I need to scoot my foot forward a little. There we go. Forward and back. Nice and easy. Last leg move here. Then we're going to finish off with some cardio and cool down, and then stretch. 3, 2, 1, and time. Shake the legs out. We're done with the legs. Grab some water. Towel off if you need it. We got about 20 minutes left, so it'll be about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of cardio, cool down, and then the rest of the time will be stretch. Gotta cut my hair when I get home. It's getting too long, I'm getting too sweaty. All right, so for our cardio, we're going to start, we'll stay in place, relatively in place. We're going to do our bunny hops. So we're going to go forward and back, bunny hops. Now, I don't have any lines here. You probably don't have lines marked in your house at home. But what we'll do, make an imaginary line in front of you that you're going to hop over and back. I know you guys pretty much are familiar with our bunny hops. Feet together, forward and back. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, begin. So try to get over and back on that imaginary line. Now, if you don't feel comfortable leaving the ground, do those quick steps. Over and back. Moving the feet as fast as you can. This is a lot higher impact. So if you have joint issues in your knees or your hips, this might be a little too tough. So doing this is not as impactful on the joints, but if you're moving your feet fast enough, it's still gonna get your heart rate up. I'll finish off doing the bunny hops. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, time. All right. Now, as usual, when we used to do it in person, we're gonna go side to side bunny hops. So same thing, get your imaginary line here, and you're gonna be hopping or quick steps. All right, we'll start in 3, 2, 1, begin. Obviously, with this one, the faster you go, the higher the intensity. But don't go so fast that you end up falling. I've done that before, and it's not fun. If you're stepping, it's the same concept. You can go faster, it's going to be more challenging. If you can only manage this, that's okay though, because you're still moving. And that's the main goal. We want to keep you moving. If you're doing the steps as well, if you want to increase intensity, you can go a little lower. Get your upper legs a little more involved, almost like a squat. If you're here, like I said, it's just all about continued movement and speed. 3, 2, 1, time. Nice work. Catch your breath for a second before our next move. Our next move, we're going to get into some punches and kicks. First, we're going to do our punches. So we're going to just do side punch to start. So all it is, step and punch out to the side, step and punch. Now, if you're working out with somebody, make sure you have some space, because the last thing you want to do is knock them out. All right, we'll start in 3, 2, 1, begin. So step and punch, and everything comes back together. Step and punch, come together. Step and punch, come together. Halfway through, we're going to switch to going to the other side. Step and punch. Now, if you want to increase the intensity, get lower. Bend the knees. And switch to the other side. So same thing, going this way. Step and punch. Step and punch. And again, if you want to increase intensity, get lower. Bend the knees. Like I said in the last move, back down to that squatting position. Three, 2, 1, time. Nice job. Now we're going to get our kicks. So for this one, it's going to be the same basic concept, kicking out to the side. Gets a little bit trickier because obviously you have to balance. So we're going to start wide stance. You're going to step in, kick, step back, and step out. So it all comes back to this wide stance. In, kick, in, out. In, kick, in, out. Just like that. Start off slow. When you get comfortable, speed it up. 3, 2, 1, begin. So go at your own pace here. It always helps me if I say the rhythm of the movements. So it's in, kick, in, out. In, kick, in, out. So it might help you to do the same. We're gonna switch to the other side now. So same thing going the other way. In, kick, in, out. In, kick, in, out. Start up when you're ready. Another 30 seconds. Then when you get comfortable, start to speed it up. A good way to challenge yourself here, try to kick up higher. But don't get discouraged if you can't kick up high. If you're kicking here, that's totally fine. Nobody likes to get kicked in the shin. So it's still a good target area. 3, 2, 1, time. Nice job. Hopefully nobody's knocked out. Don't want anybody getting a busted nose. Just wiping some sweat from my eyes. And we'll get back into it in a second here. Catch your breath. If you need to, this will be a good time to take a tiny sip of water. We got 2 more moves before we start our cool down and stretch. Two more moves. All right. So we're going to still stick with punches and then kicks. For this first one, we're going to be going out to the side again, but this time it's going to be punch, 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 punch. So facing forward, punch, punch. The keys with this one, hips follow the hands. So my left hand and left hip come forward, my right hand and right hip come forward. So it's not just this. You want to really get the whole body involved. Halfway through, we'll switch to the other side. 3, 2, 1, begin. Punch, punch. Start off slow so you can get the feel for it. So you can start to feel the rhythm of the move. Then once you're comfortable, you can start to speed it up. Go faster. Don't try to go so fast though that you get out of rhythm and get uncomfortable. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Over to the other side. Same thing, but the other hand is out front this time. Punch, punch. Hips still follow. Getting a little close. You guys can't see my feet. 3, 2, 1, begin. So remember, start off slow. And then speed up once you're comfortable. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. That's it for punches. We got one last cardio move here. We're going to be doing kicks again. We're going to do front kicks. This move, pretty simple. We're kicking straight out in front. So what you want to do, leg out in front. I'm going to turn it at an angle here. So my left leg is out front, my right leg is back. I'm going to kick with my right leg. So it's kick and back, kick and back, kick and back. That's all the move is. Now, once you get comfortable, you can go kick and back, kick and back, kick and back, kick and back. Or if you really want to challenge yourself, kick, 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 staying on that one leg the whole time. So figure out which way works best, challenge yourself, go for it. 30 seconds each side. 3, 2, 1, begin. Go at your own pace here. I like to start off slow to make sure I'm balanced, and then I speed up, and then I challenge myself to stay balanced the whole time. Again, make sure you're spaced out from anybody you're working out with. Don't want anybody kicking each other. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Same thing, other foot. So now my right leg's in front, I'm kicking with my left. 3, 2, 1, begin. All this thing's flopping around. Now your arms should be moving a little bit here. 1, to help you with balance, and 2, to generate a little more power. Lost my balance. See, I moved my arms in the wrong way. Made me lose my balance. 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice job. Whew. That was our last move. Shake anything out if it feels a little tight. If anything's burning a little bit. We'll start on our feet with our stretches. Towel off, grab water. Give you a minute or two here. And then we'll start stretching. Like I said, shake out anything that might feel a little bit tight. I'm going to angle my camera down a little bit so you can see the stretches better. Don't need to see my face. That's fine. That was a little too far. All right, so we'll come back. We're going to start with our feet together for our first stretch. Feet together. Reach up to the ceiling. Reach as high as you can. Make your arms out wide. Keep your back flat for as long as you can. And let your arms hang. Your knees can be bent a little bit here, but not too much. I don't want you down here like this. Right? Keep your knees relatively straight. And just hang. Take some deep breaths if you need to. 3, 2, 1, and roll back up nice and slow. I am way too sweaty. All right, we're going to get our feet nice and wide and basically do the same thing. So we're going to reach up as high as you can here and come down, back flat for as long as you can, and let your arms hang. Again, knees bend a tiny, tiny bit. Very small amount of bend in the knees. And move over to the side. So we're going to straighten out that leg. Bend in this one. This hip is going down towards this heel. That's what you want to think of. So drive that hip down to the heel. And go across to the other side. Same thing. Hip to heel. As best you can. And back to the middle. Hang here for a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and roll it up. Nice and easy. All right, on to calves and quads. We'll start with our quads. Grab your foot, knees together. See, my knees are right next to each other here. And hips forward. Come more in front of the camera here. So, knees are together. You can see neither of my knees are back or forward. They're together, and my hips are forward. I'm up nice and tall. If you need to, use a table or couch or whatever you have around for balance. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Same thing, the other side. Again, if you need a wall or table or sister, brother, uncle for balance, whatever works. 3, 2, 1, and release. Now we'll go on to our calves. If you have a wall that you can use, get the toe up on the wall, heel on the floor, and lean in. You could use a couch for that too, depending on what kind of couch you have. If you need to, you can do it on the floor. Just simply drive this heel down to the floor. Or you can do it this way. This works too. Pulling that toe up. I like the wall version the best because it's very isolated. And switch to the other side. Wall one is my favorite. A lot less to think about with the wall one. The other one, you're balancing on your hands or squatting down. 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, grab out your mat for the last couple stretches here. Only got a couple minutes left. So on our butts, our butterfly stretch. Bottoms of our feet come together, pull the heels in, push the knees down with the elbows, and breathe. This is probably one of the easiest moves to take some nice deep breaths. Once you're in it, there's not a lot to think about. Three, 2, 1, and release the feet forward. Last stretch of the day. Cross right leg over top of the left leg. So my right leg is up. That means my left arm comes across and pushes out. Turn that upper body. You want to turn. So for me, I'm trying to face that wall. I'm just going to get the stretch going through my back. This is a back and lower or upper hamstring into glute stretch. 3, 2, 1, and switch it over to the other side. Same thing. So now my left leg is up, my right arm comes across and pushes out. Turn the body. You want your chest out to the side as best you can. No, this isn't an easy stretch. 3, 2, 1, and release. And that is going to do it for today. Nice job. Made it through.
And then
How are you, Nick?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just moved to Falcon View.
Nice. Do you like it?
Oh, I do like it a lot
You
too.
don't?
I'm gonna be a aunt. It's official. I'm gonna be an aunt.
That's really exciting. When
And
is that? happening?
August 1st, it's gonna be a boy.
Wow, that's amazing. That's coming up pretty
How-
quick.
How old are your kids?
My daughter is 5 and my son is 2.
2? Oh my God, they're growing up.
I know. My daughter starts school this fall.
What grade?
She's going to kindergarten.
Wow.
Yep. She's very, very excited to start going to school.
My cousin will be in high school next year.
Wow, that's I have a nephew who's starting high school this year coming up.
I miss you, Nick. Soon that COVID's go away, we'll be in person together.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
What's that?
Tell Peggy Hunter I said hi.
I will the next time I see her.
Yeah. Hi, Sammy.
Hey, Caroline.
We're gonna go now.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Thank
All right. Bye, guys.
you.